Hello loves, DSKC Gaming Dark Side, back again with another PvP slash strategy tip type of video. Okay, this is going to be for the players that own the Oppressor Mark II. Okay, and what this is going to be covering is countermeasures, flares versus chaff. For those of you that don't know what they are, and if you don't know if you can do this, there are countermeasures you can put on the Oppressor Mark II. Now, I see a lot more people using the Oppressor Mark II because you're grinding more, you know what I mean? Like, it honestly is the best vehicle for grinding because, yeah, helicopters are fast, but, you know, remember, you got to get into them, lift off, get going, land it, get out. You know, if you got to go somewhere else, get back in, lift off, go to wherever you got to go, land it, get out. Like, yeah, as far as convenience, the Oppressor Mark II is definitely the way to go. I know a lot of people hate it, but it is really a good, like, grinding tool. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick. The countermeasures are in your menu. If you press right on the D-pad in your terabyte, you're going to see countermeasures, okay? And the thing that sucks is once you buy one of them, if you want to change it out, you have to pay for it again. Like, if you decide you want to try smoke because it looks cool, and then you want to go back to the flares or whatever, you got to repay for it. That's kind of bullshit. I don't think you should have to do that. Once you pay for it, this is the same thing. Rockstar does this with all the stuff. All right, so we're going to do the flares first. I'm going to show you real quick. The flares, okay? Don't use the smoke screens. They don't really do anything. They look cool, but they don't do anything as far as, like, protecting you. They really don't. Not from what I've seen, anyway. And I've had them on my Oppressor. So, okay, so there. I popped the flares. So the difference between the flares and the chaff is the flares do a really good job of, like, getting the missiles to go follow the flares, basically. Like, they're heat-seeking missiles, kind of, so they'll follow the flares. Really good. Really, really well. However, it doesn't protect you from, like, someone else locking onto you. It's like, if you got two people in the air and you're fighting them, they can still lock onto you. You know what I mean? You might deflect someone's missiles, but what if someone else is coming in a Torador or something? Yeah, you're screwed. You know, they're probably not going to deflect all the missiles. So they are good for, like, deflecting, but they're not going to stop the lock on for people locking onto you. Not like the chaff does. The cooldown on the flares is a lot quicker, definitely, which is a good thing. But I still prefer the chaff, man, and I'm going to show you why. Okay. So, like I said, the flares are good for deflecting, like, you know, a couple missiles or whatever. But if you have multiple people, man, trying to come at you, they're still going to be able to lock onto you. One of them is eventually probably going to get you, most likely. And I'm going to go try the chaff now, and I'm going to show you guys real quick. It pretty much does almost the same thing the flares do. It deflects the missiles, and it actually pushes them a different direction. Like, there's times when I've been fighting people, and if they're as good at using chaff and popping the chaff at the right time as I am, we'll do, like, flybys right past each other. We won't be able to lock onto each other because we're both popping the chaff at the same time, and it's just not working for either one of us. Like, it is. I mean, the chaff is working, but we can't lock onto each other. So you get that little sparkle. So, like I said, these also redirect the missiles and keep people from locking onto you. That's why I like the chaff. It's so much better. You know, I haven't used flares in a while. I used to use them, but I use the chaff now. And I've used the chaff probably for a couple years now. Maybe longer. But like I said, you'll see here, I'm going to put a video up. It's coming up here, like a clip coming up. That this was on an old video that I had, like, right before Christmas, where some guy was trying to blow up the guy I was helping, his cargo, or his counterfeit cash, or one of the other cocaine, or whatever it was. And you're going to see it right here. Here it comes, right here. Okay. This was on an old video of mine. So this guy, this toxic trash bag here, he's trying to grief me and the president that I was helping. So he was on his Oppressor Mark II. All right. And he was trying to bomb down and free aim it and bomb down on me. He kept missing me. I missed him. He flew away. I didn't get him. So I called him my Oppressor Mark II. Now watch. You're going to see what happens to the missiles as soon as I pop the chaff. So as soon as I get on, I just get airborne. Boom, instantly I hit the chaff, right, you'll hear it, right there it is. And then watch, see how his missiles deflected right into the ground? And then I spun around, He couldn't lock back onto me. I locked onto him, and I got the kill on him. See what I'm saying? So that's why I like the Chaff. That's why I prefer the Chaff. Definitely. Okay, so, and it was that easy. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, this kid probably doesn't know how to use his Chaff very well. So, otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to take him out as easily as I did. But anyway, you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Definitely use the Chaff, man. I prefer the Chaff, and or some people call it Chaff, but I think it's called Chaff. But yeah, so it deflects the missiles, it sends them a different way, and also keeps you from getting locked onto. So, you know, once you get some practice and you learn how to use it really good, you'll be able to get the advantage on somebody. But the only thing is, if you run into someone else that's really good with Chaff too, you know, you guys are just going to keep flying past each other, not being able to lock onto each other. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so that's it. That's the video. I just wanted to let you guys know about that because I see a lot more people getting the Oppressor Mark IIs. And I had someone ask me today, what's better, the flares or the Chaff? I told them, get the Chaff. So, all right, guys. Peace. Have a good night.